In theory, the FA Cup schedule has saved the best quarter-final until last. Manchester United against Liverpool, always an occasion that sets the juices flowing. Make no mistake, this remains the ultimate rivalry in English football. Højlund back after injury, so too Wan-Bissaka, and their returns offset the loss of Casemiro and Evans. Mason Mount makes the bench for the first time in 4 months. Jurgen Klopp makes 3 alterations compared to the lineup that put 6 past Sparta Prague. Van Dijk, McAllister in, Diaz in for Bradley, Gakpo and Clark. So, who will join Coventry City, Manchester City and Chelsea in the last 4 of this season's FA Cup? It will be one of these Northwest giants. Bearing that in mind, they've also appeared in more semi-finals than any other club, 31. Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho. Rashford tried to steer it, and Kelleher is busy for the first time.
Said this is just the start that Erik ten Hag would have wanted. That's a good strong hand from
Van Dijk. Salah. The Hungarian Szoboszlai. He'll line one up, and it's catching practice for Onana. Depth on that, and that's a great effort by Mohamed Salah. The ball travelled a long way.
I mean, some of these things, he's just incredible. I mean, it was only 5 minutes ago he couldn't control the ball in the touchline, and then, you know, it just doesn't, nothing dents this guy's confidence, and he's quite audacious. It's a really difficult technique. Angles against him, everything's really against him there, but
Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. Rashford on for Garnacho. Kelleher's save. Manchester United lead. Scott McTominay, whose goal-scoring threat has improved so much this season, first to strike in the tie of the quarter-finals.
And then how Garnacho's allowed to go back in here to this space. Everybody ball watching, 3 Liverpool players, nobody tracking him. That's awful, awful defending. And we talked about McTominay, whether it's for club or country, he has come up with some important goals this season. But Garnacho should never, ever, ever be allowed that space with so many experienced Liverpool defenders around, all ball watching. Decent save from Kelleher, and there's McTominay to pick up the pieces from the middle of the park. And a perfect start, John, for Man United.
Gomez, McAllister, switching to Robertson, and Robertson into a dangerous area, and then it's hit second time around by Szoboszlai. McTominay. Down he goes under the challenge of Alexis McAllister, and that will be a yellow, brandished by John Brooks.
Yeah, there's no way in a month of Sundays he's getting away with.
And it's Bruno Fernandes to take the free kick. And the header of the looping variety from Varane.
But again,
Rashford, well found by Dalot. He's got Wan-Bissaka out there for company. Bruno Fernandes. Mainu. Now Rashford takes up the baton, and there's McTominay again. And now Liverpool go the other way with Luis Diaz. Nunez pulling away in the centre. Diaz still, and Onana alert at the near post.
Scott McTominay, I've got to say, he'll be disappointed because it's quite easy to find one of the corners there, and he rams it down the throat of Kelleher.
Salah. It's Endo! It's 1-1. But the whistle has gone, and Wataru Endo is going to be disappointed.
And sloppy from, well, Is it the shoulder? It's going to be tight. Obviously it'll be checked as United gave the ball away there.
Quansah. So gallops on and finds Nunez, and it's McAllister. This time Liverpool are level. And a huge amount of credit to the young defender Quansah for setting up the chance.
Well, they were never going to lie down for long, Liverpool, as they kept probing, and this is just too easy. I'm sorry, the way he waltzes past 1 and 2 Liverpool players there. Marcus Rashford, for me, he's got to do more. He can't just allow the centre-half to stride forward like that, and that's a big deflection off the toe of the excellent Kobbie Mainoo, and I think that's what just takes it past Onana. No real blame for him because of the deflection, but brilliant from Quansah. But when you talk about the position United have got themselves in, then you look at the work rate.
Chance for Liverpool. Diaz. Darwin Nunez wanted it on his right. Mohamed Salah. Liverpool have turned this around. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes.
Well, first and foremost, they're looking for a free kick over here. It's Joe Gomez with a challenge. The assistant's right there. He doesn't flag, doesn't give it, and he looks as if he's just onside there, Darwin Nunez. And I was just going to say about Man United, at times when they've been playing well, they've looked okay this season, but whenever somebody's punched them in the face, the reaction has not been good. And now there are some real big questions here, as this tie has been turned the latter part, so they've got to be doing more of the same, but keep it tighter at the back.
Here's Nunez for Liverpool. Awkward moment at the base of the near post for Onana.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just trying to read the cross coming.
Alexis McAllister. Soboslai. That clearly is a foul. Joe Gomez. Into the book he goes. Endo. McAllister. Darwin Nunez. And Nunez slipped his man and demands a save. Liverpool have had the opportunity to put this tie to bed. And it's still a viable prospect for the home side. And here's Garnacho trying to prove it. Anthony! It is 2-2. And Anthony, at long last, enjoys a moment of personal glory at Old Trafford.
And that's a good finish. And we talked about Liverpool, all the possession, all the chances, all the overloads that they had at times in this United defence, and were really very casual in the final third.
Eriksen. It's Rashford, chance to win it, and he has pulled it agonisingly wide.
The composed finish. There's a lovely little cushion here. That's the first part of it done. Now this part, I think, is the simpler one. You've got to give United credit. They've at least shown some backbone in this match today.
And both these teams have led for a substantial chunk of this tie. Eriksen. Bruno Fernandes. Anthony! Rashford. Lindelof.
This one, I didn't see this coming, John, did you? I mean, that's a beautiful little flicking awareness from Garnacho, but Lindelof overlapping on the left peg.
Bradley. Elliott weighing it up. Deflection in.
Looking at Onana's position there. He takes one step to the left, obviously the deflection does him. Maybe I'm being harsh, I don't know, but that big step he takes to the left, a lot of pace in it. Then
Bruno Fernandes. Maguire nodding it down. And it's Garnacho. McTominay. Rashford! Level again! And this topsy-turvy classic of a heavyweight cup quarter-final takes another telling twist.
That's never on, it's just never ever on. And there's a Scott McTominay plays that ball, he's got cramp when he's playing it, he's even pulling up when he's playing it, but it's got perfect pace on it for Marcus Rashford. He doesn't have to take a touch.
Well, too long. And Eriksen forward to Rashford. And Rashford rolls it in, and it's placed wide, agonisingly wide, by Scott McTominay. This Liverpool trying to avoid a penalty shootout. Elliott loses it. One last sortie. 2 against 1 in Manchester United's favour. It's Jallo, and Jallo has won it. Manchester United are heading for the FA Cup semi-finals.
It was Erik ten Hag, but how the hell do Liverpool get in a scenario like this? It is so hesitant from Endo, but particularly Harvey Elliott. And I thought actually the pace in this ball wasn't the best, and it was going to bail Liverpool out. But young Jallo did brilliantly, because it's not the best of balls from Garnacho, to be honest. But what a picture-perfect finish. And boy, you talk about a late win, you talk about drama, you got it here today at Old Trafford. And the favourites for this game by a long shot have been sent home to think again. United have turned up big style, and they are going through.
And the 10 remaining, limping, tired Manchester United players leap for joy. They are heading to Wembley, and the semi-final. Jurgen Klopp's interest in the FA Cup is over, and Manchester United, in a season of so many disappointments, hit the heights and have more to look forward to. Liverpool simply stunned.